Hello learners, Namaskar to all. Today we are discussing about an important topic in all facets of life. In sense, the facets may be business, the facets may be teaching learning environment, it may be anything. The ultimate user of this product is important. If you see in education system, it is the learner who determined the educational fate. When the learner is successfully able to learn from an institution, that institution holds the credibility and enhance the quality. Once it enhances the quality, by word of mouth, it will be spread to all. In the market situation, the consumer is very important. In the teaching learning situation, the learner is more important. The learner determines the fate of the institution and it reflects the quality of the institution. In the teaching learning situation, the quality is called excellence. Wherever the excellence is there, by word of mouth it spreads. The excellence is acquired through the teaching learning system. The institution provides all the facilities for the learners, even in the face-to-face education, in the distance education, the learner is the master. The others are its support system. So, learner is very important in the whole gamut of educational system. If learner is not there, institution will be closed. Today we are seeing the fate of the private institutions. They are going to doorsteps to get the enrollment. Whereas in Indira Gandhi National Open University, people are coming to pursue their education, paying the fees and doing their institutional requirement and taking the degrees. As such, we have more than 30 lakhs of students and every year we are giving 5,000 to 6,000 enrollment gross. This is realized by all the people, educational institutions managers, policy makers. They felt it is very important component to make it the learner system very strong. What exactly the learners support in the education system? In this lecture, we will not only talk about the learner supports, and we will also practice and reflections from Indira Gandhi National Open University. Indira Gandhi National Open University has experimented so many learner support systems to go to the every doorstep of the learner to provide effective teaching learning. Distance education in general calls a method of teaching learning. It is not called somehow you do it. Distance education demands the way you have to do it. The way it has to do it means its technicalities must be observed. Here if you see this learner support system, this is one of the observations on the learner support system. Earlier we used to call it a learner, it is a students. Now in the open and distance education, we are calling it as a learner. There is a paradigm shift. A student has a fixed age. A learner has no bar, he is flexible for continuing education because they have dropped out with the various reasons. So now the connotation has changed from student to learner. This is the old book. It is a research book on learner support services. It is a study on a particular region done by the author. This particularly book, the figure says a lock on the head. The lock on the head says unlocking the brain. We are already biased, we are already consumed, we are already value loaded. Learners require different situations to learn, teach and learn from his own experience and reflections. That's why learner support system demands unlocking the brain. This is one of the area one should learn. Then comes to, so anything we learn, first we have to define. What is the definition, standard definition of learner support services? Again, there are lot of vocabulary which has been changed in ODL system. The face-to-face system which has having a paradigm shift and distance education has emerged. In the distance education, we have earlier mindset, earlier bias. One of the bias is that the student we are calling learner. Here Martin Croft has defined learner support services like this. Any services other than the actual course material which as an institution provides to its learner realize the instructional objectives of the course. Here it is very clear, any services other than the actual course material which as an institution provides to the learners to realize the instructional objectives. Here instructional means there is no instructional, it is self-directed learning. There is an inbuilt teacher, there is an inbuilt evaluator, there is an inbuilt learner. That's why we call self-directed learning. This was the old definition. Martin Croft is one of the authority in the open and distance education. He defined. So whatever the institution provides other than the course material, it is called. Course material, giving course material is a mandatory on the part of any institution. Once they paid the fees, the institution has an obligation to provide course material. Providing course material is not a learner support service. It is not a support service. It is a raw. Other than the course material, this is called learner support services. There is a human factor, there is a psychological factor, there is a pedagogical factor. One has to take all this consideration and give extra and develop the morale of the learner and make them independent learner. This is the spirit of this statement. Then comes to the situation of the learner-centered and teacher-centered education. This is one of the figure which derived from our Bhakti movement. In the Bhakti movement there is a debate how to get the moksha or how to attain the God. They say there are the two ways. One is direct way, second is indirect way. The indirect way we called Markhataka Suta Nyaya, learner center. Learner will come on their own, everything is self-sufficient, he mentally prepared, he physically comes to an institution, particularly ODL institution. This is a learner-centric institution. They come and they participate in the deliberations, they add their experience and generalize, and they become independent learner. In the face-to-face situation, it is called Marchala Sutanyaya, a cat doing justice to kitten. When the cat produces the kitten, they will take the 7 houses to tame them, how to hunt. This is a teacher-centric. This is an analogy made in Indian philosophy. If you see this, and if you relate to ODL operations, it is basically a learner-centric system. Learner is everything here. If you see the gamut of entire open and distance education, the gamut the main figure is learner. Keeping you in view of learner's need and their levels, the course design process is evolved. That is number one. Course designing is an active process. Course design is done by an expert in their own field, which he has an obligation from the policymakers or an obligation from the society, and he will make the course design to justify the needs of the course, why it is required. So, course designing is important phenomena in open and distance education. Then comes to the course development. In the course development, here we use varieties of techniques. In the face-to-face system, the board of studies decide the courses. The board of studies, without the teacher, without the parental participation, without the public opinion, they make that. In open university system, some need-based justification is must. That's why course design justification is important. Second comes to the course development. In the course development process, the various experts sit together, including media, personnel. It is basically a multimedia system, audio, video, radio and TV. All these public broadcasting system are widely used in open and distance education. So, here course development followed by some of the media and methods. Method is a thinking process, media is an instrument. We will manipulate the media for the effective delivery, effective preparation of the course development. This is course development is also very, very important in open and distance education. While designing the course development process, to whom we are serving, that is most important. Our end user, our stakeholders and their level of comprehension is very, very important. So, course development process will take past, present and future and also the levels of the learners. Then comes to the third level, that course delivery. Course delivery means what you have designed, what you have developed is not important in the market era. How you deliver the course, how you facilitate learning, what are the infrastructure for the delivery, these are the important parameters in course delivery. That is why this course delivery system comes to the learner support system. Here learner will be there. In the course design process, in the course development process, learner may not be there, but his needs are taken care, but it is verified and it is studied only in the course delivery system. What you have produced is not important. How you deliver to your ultimate stakeholders is very, very important. That is why the whole system is revolving under around the learner. Learner make the system. That is why this is called learner-centric system. And finally, we will do fourth stage, learners evaluation. What is learners evaluation means? What they have studied and how to evaluate, how to grade them, how to mark them, how to give a degree. This is the fourth stage. The first stage is design development, second stage development, third is delivery. Your delivery effectiveness will be shown in course evaluation. What kind of books you are writing? It is a raw books or suited to the learner's level, high pitch, low pitch or moderate, taking their backgrounds into consideration. Then comes to the learner's evaluation is one of the most important, because that is an exit point where you certify them and send out of the system. Then comes to the program evaluation or course evaluation. What you have designed, what you have developed, how you have delivered, how you evaluate, all these components will be evaluated in the program evaluation. How far we are doing justice to our course? What is the satisfaction level, student satisfaction level? This is being done at the course evaluation. And what is said and what is performed, the gap between said and performed is evaluated in the course evaluation system. The language, the method, the media, the modulation, the local dialects, all will be taken into consideration. That is why program evaluation is a broader term. Within in the program evaluation, we also see the system evaluation. How a system is made, its design, development and delivery and evaluation. What are the lacunas we have? What is the strength we have? What is the weakness we have? What is the opportunity for the learners? How to improve upon? These are all inputs for the revision of the course. These 6 parameters, one is course design, second is course development, third is course delivery, fourth is course evaluation, and within the evaluation, fourth one is program evaluation, system evaluation. All these inputs will be used for the revision of the course in the educational system. This is a viable scientific model. That is why we call distance education is a methodology. It is not hodgepodge way of doing the things. It is the way in which the system has to run. That is why systemic process is evolved in this course evaluation process. Then comes to, particularly coming to our topic, we have seen the background. What is the design, development, delivery and evaluation and revision. We have experimented so many things, so many institutions, so many networks in the provide the effective learner support services. Here the history of the learner support services explains us so many models of course evaluation. Strong regional systems, strong study centers. Only 2-tier. We have seen today single tier, 2-tier, 3-tier system and diversified educational delivery system. Strong regional centers and weak study centers and strong regional center, weak regional centers and weak study centers with regional center without study centers, regional centers with study centers, ODL without regional centers and study center. This is also possible. Without regional center, study centers means using technology into education. Using technology as a tool to teach the learner's need. These are the broad areas we talk about. And we have seen, we have passed through all the stages. These given 7 models are useful and to understand the evolution process of the student support services. Next, in Indira Gandhi National Open University, we do not call it a single tier, double tier, 3-tier system. We are calling a diversified learner support system or our approach. We are using study centers, we are using regional centers, we are using headquarters, we are doing media, we are using projects, we are also taking the help of voluntary organizations, association to increase the enrollment and the spread of education to all. If you see the study center, we have regular study centers, recognized study center, specialized study center, partner institutions, program study centers, mobile study centers, work study centers and networking with local cable networking. We produce audio, video, radio and we will give it to local networking and they have spread about. Then regional center is a bridge between study center and headquarters. They promote and publicity of the programs to cater the needs of diversified learners. And we have also made one of the experiment which is called distance learner facilitator, a single man study center. He can voluntarily come up and promote ODL and get the whatever the institution pays or not pays, each one teach one. Likewise, they wanted to teach everyone. This is we have seen in our model called distance learning facilitator. Regional resource centers, regional computer labs. We have audio video, we have library at the regional center. We have some time back, when liberalization come and ICT revolution was in highest peak, we have also made our regional center as a computer labs. And we have undertaken practicals at regional center and project evaluation, handling and evaluation, liaison with ODL institution, initiating self-help groups among the learners. This is one of the most important feature we have developed. Extended contact program through face-to-face and extended contact program to teleconferencing and other media. Then headquarters. Headquarters, now we have seen study center, regional center, headquarters. Extended contact programs of, if it is for 6 days, 3 days through headquarters, 3 days to 3 half days with the regional center. Its all feasibility depends on the infrastructure, availability of the resource center we have done. We have also extended a diversified single window system, defense personnel, both Army, Navy, Border Security Force, Air Force, Assam Rifle projects. This is called a single window system operated through headquarters. This is for defense personnel, and we have also through headquarters projects like Northeastern educational projects, Border Security Force, like this. And IGNOU, particularly ODL institutions identified with the multimedia institution. We have Gnan Darshan, we have teleconferencing system, radio conferencing system, internet, promised and promote and publicity of ICT, intervention among the open and distance learning institutions, and these are all the programs. Then voluntary self-help groups, mobile services, and audio. Next, audio, these are these. What are the qualities is required? 1 minute. The academic counselors, the real torchbearers of the open and distance education, we call it a WAGE. WAGE is an acronym, warmth. One should be warmth with the distance learner. Acceptance without higher expectations, lower expectations. The teacher must be warmth. And genuine, he should not bluff the student, whatever you know. Empathy. Empathy is against sympathy. These are the qualities. Next, you cut down. These are the qualities of a academic structuring, SLS selecting, listening. These are the abbreviations one can pursue and relate to their own experience. Next. Then comes to the academic counseling. This is together, both tutoring and counseling put together, academic counseling. Counseling is personal, tutoring is academic. Next. Then comes to, this is the crux where we will stop it here. If the learner says, if I can't learn the way you teach, can you teach me the way I learn? Teacher should be multifaceted personality and suit the needs of the learner. This is all gamut, theory, practice. We have evolved at India and through Indira Gandhi National Open University. We would like to share with our learners. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much.